my way to Buskerfest. Never been to it. It's over in Lawrence, Kansas. And I'm going with the group that I currently do shows with on KKFI Community Radio, Unpacking Poetry. And we're going to go down and I guess perform some poetry, that sort of thing. Of course, I'm already a good ways there, and I just realized, because I was concerned about how the weather was going to be and some other things, I didn't bring any poetry with me. So I'm kind of shot in my, I shot myself in the foot there. I believe I've got some of it still stored on my phone, thank goodness, so I can probably work with that. The weather's been a little bit dodgy as far as rain, and then there was some talk of severe thunderstorms. Thankfully no tornado warnings or anything, so that's always a good positive. And so I'm gonna just hope for good things and hopefully get there in time to be able to see what all is involved with Buskerfest. I should have looked it up and seen what it was about. Evidently the two of the poets that I'm going to be there with today, Topher and Garrett, know quite a bit about it. They've been involved. I think Garrett actually ran it or organized it a couple years in a row. So this will be interesting to see just what it all entails. I'm clearly out of my comfort zone to some degree, to a large degree. So I'm gonna approach it still with a positive attitude and try and make the best impression I can. I actually don't even really know what I'm talking about because I don't know what to expect from something like this. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and I'm gauging this on the fact that it's a large gathering with hopefully a lot of like-minded people that are into the performing arts and poetry and spoken word and that sort of thing. But I really have no idea what's going to be happening at this. No idea at all.
I want to leave in my pocket. I want you to throw the balls up to me. Reset. Right here. Oh. My fault. I chose it. Don't worry, I'll do it. Okay, you've got a few more tries. Come closer. Aim to the side. What are you going to be here for half an hour? Yeah, good, you're getting out of it. And 3. And 4. There's one over there. There's probably one on this one too. You guys are good. Now here we go, 5 balls, 5 times the noise. Yeah! Check this out. This is my impression of a giraffe. It's sick, but I like it. Folks, I gave you my whole show. Now I give you my best. Give me your best as well, Lawrence, Kansas. Come on. Everyone.
So is yours.
And so can you.
And so can you! Body is electric.
So can you.
Yeah, so can you.
And to persuade you, to prove to you, catching dips, lifting lifts, lighting fires, I Bees, bananas, cultivated democracies, interplanetary infractions, fitting actions, Jackson. Grasp, listening, adults flying around this boat on our boat.
Aspiration with an asterisk. Now we're aspirating and that's what sticks.
Aspirating, aspirating.
You want to trade? You guys want to trade?
Twist, bananas.
It was that the Poetry Industrial Complex takeover.
I like Ike. Now I know why.
Ooh, like Ike, you gotta keep with it. This is where it starts.
Turn green.
The heart of America, right in Kansas.
Oh, it's look at all these people with us. Everyone has their air. Hey, you don't have your air conditioner on. What is that? Woohoo! You rule! Oh, hey, you got your windows down. We love that. Hey, you can hear us because you don't have your air conditioner running. Enjoy the heat. It opens you up. All right, Lawrence, Kansas.
I'm sure you have plenty of
Yeah, there's plenty. No,
Oh, Bison burgers.
On the head.
total concept. You should always feel stupid if you're not projecting your voice. Oh, it's the same spot.
You always gotta think.
And this is not some emo poem. I'm just attempting to be real, because there's this itch that I just can't scratch, and really I don't see the appeal of the feeling of uneven breathing, leaving me reeling. It's evil. I want to rip the doubt out and finally be my own sequel, and I'll claw it out word by word because I am sick of how I feel. Man, I'm just sick of a lot of people. I try to keep things equal, I mean on an even keel, but it seems to me like most people actually seek to be deceitful. Their chaos gets crashed and slathering constantly. It's hard for me to be peaceful. I'm not complaining about everyone, I'm just sick of the weak-willed. Fuck it, I'm just sick of weakness, those feelings that sneak in, seeking to reveal bleakness, beaten into each of us until we believe that we can't beat it. I seek a sequence of words aimed in the direction to free us. The only problem is I don't see it, and I'm sick of feeling speechless. There are other factors that I'm sick of as well. I doubt a page contains the space to tell, but what this page displays is placed to maintain my mental health. I feel crazed these days, lost in the haze, other days feeling far from well, but today is the day that I finally feel sick of feeling sick of myself, even though writing poetry will never get you laid, but a gram of coke will. Most people would abandon their standards in pursuit of a cheap thrill. The good die too young and the monsters never get killed. We grow tired for when we aspire, we fly too high and the fall weakens our will. How many of us are manifesting a destiny unfulfilled? Sometimes I just sit and listen to the clock tick, and it's a toxic little pill. Life's not fair, but I find that malign times only serve to strengthen my will. I am becoming an unhinged derivative, approaching a broken limit. I am slowly but appropriately growing into less of a cynic. When the clock ticks, sometimes the seconds seem like minutes, sometimes the sentences assembling seem unlimited, and the sentiment seems implicit, regardless of what way words work when written. Other times, tentative talking turns tensely timid, and the words are working and the premise feels limited. Yeah, life's not fair, but at least you were given it. At least we're still living it. I refuse to waste another day with a face stained so unappreciative. I'll feel grace to pace this place, even if it isn't all sugar and cinnamon, because this poem is an alarm clock's warning. Each word is ringing and it's waking up the snoring. I've hidden subliminal signals and visceral symbols. The process is complex, but the message is simple. You need to wake up. Your monsters, they're just something you made up. They live inside you. It's no wonder your stomach is ate up, and this is my attempt to break up your bullshit. So quit. There's no need to feel so sick. You could expose your phobias and get over it. Grow some composure or just go with it. And even though that idea is easier said than done, it still needs to come and should keep the mind spun. At least that's the perspective that my mind comes from, even though there are still demons that I can't outrun. It's all part of the process of who you become. The harder it is, the better the payoff. You could either choose to display greatness or stay lost, but the courageous can only be born from chaos.
Damn, dude.
But not for he. Loneliness the minor feet, experience gain to know the temporary, while permanence falls heavy. Heavy on the soul, watching gifts drop, drench the witness in acknowledgement, sacrament, thankfulness, and worry etches the brow. Impossible, not allowed. Scripts and fleeting life snippets pass by worried eyes, wandering toward a greater score. 5 of that. Victory worth less when loser be blessed. God bless us, yes, he did. Again and again, with fervor, with paradise and free will assured, us creatures grown up from the earth, gifted with a light of sorts, one we can hardly understand, blinding too, averting our eyes toward faux value and virtue in innocence lost. Oh, cry out for the day, cry out for the natural way. But what return entail? Suffer and roundabout journey, building artifice. Our very nature challenged. Have we worth it? Have we worth what? The denatured synthetic future. Scores living, billions surviving, worth the synthesis, technological and human process. Or a blasted, wasted paradise readies its fruits, withered and struggling to survive. Cry for the return. Be you humanist, then fly you fools toward the future vast. A paradise cries for your wandering eyes. Return not, look forward, up. Grasp and strive with each aching bone for that future world. Strain with your back, legs, sinews beyond which your heart would burst. Let it burst. Cough and stagger through. Though your chains be holding you, be attached not to rock, but your fellow. If bonded forever they be, as they or we seem, know the chains bind all equally. Night and day break above our heads, and our souls long to be free of this night. This shadow casting pall stays the tragedy for all. Meant for failure we, let that be. Give the truth stage, setting by which we live out another day. Strain those chains and break that staging. This world, our earth, cares less for us daily, speaking in harsh tones. Harsher, the more rebellious the child. Her children, her best progeny, her most gifted sons and daughters.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Nice. Buskerfest was way more fun than I thought it was going to be. And I know this sounds bizarre. I didn't get a chance, mainly because I had forgotten my poetry, and it wasn't really the mindset. I was, it's not, Buskerfest is not a big show, but it definitely had some unique and unusual acts that were, more circus variety and, street performer sort of things. And I really loved that whole movement, that whole aesthetic, that whole lifestyle. I really do. It's so much a step above and beyond even what I've done in my own life. And it's not like I've done anything really, outlandishly out there like these guys do. There were performers that were from Australia here. That's hard-nosed, love of the craft and of the skill sets that they have to go and travel to another country and come to these events and shows and travel and see the U.S. and all this other stuff. I mean, that's amazing. So, long story short, the whole thing was really cool. As you saw, there was a lot of great performances that I managed to get. I really felt in my zone and element, recording and chronicling the poetry that was being spoken on the street. I know that moving forward, we're probably going to try some new things with getting to talk to more people, maybe figuring out ways to talk to people and get them to be involved in making poetry with us and coming up with stuff on the fly. This was really more, if anything, it was an experiment to see if we could really pull it off. I think we did a really good job of getting it out there. There were people that were interested in the performances that I had recorded. You could see them in the background. You could see people kind of interacting here and there. And I was also taking into account a lot of the other performers and what they were doing and how they were essentially busking and trying to get people involved in what they were doing. And man, I'm in a great mood now. It makes me feel a lot better. I'm really grateful that I was able to hang with, some of the people from Unpacking Poetry and meet some new poets, and just, it's such a head spin for me because for a long time being, I didn't even call myself, really, I didn't call myself a poet. I did and I didn't. I think I did it a little more in a shy sense because I really didn't know if I'd earned that title, whatever that means. And I felt so much a part of it, even though it was just chronicling, which, that's what I was doing, was just trying to chronicle it and get it down and see what would come of it. And I felt like such a big part of it because it was just something to see poetry happening in the way that it did, so just jubilantly and organically that, let me unpack my adjectives because there's just a ton of words that I want to throw at it. So all in all, I thought it was pretty freaking kick-ass. If you guys have questions, about like poetry or poetry slams or anything else like that, I'm kind of opening up this particular vlog to you guys that are watching the show. And that, if you got questions, leave a comment down below, or you can look us up. It's going to be Unpacking Poetry on KKFI 90.1 FM. Man, I'm probably getting those call signs wrong. But worst comes to worst, you can also get a hold of me on Twitter at The Artisan Road. And, ask me some questions on there. Please feel free to subscribe if you like what you saw. I'm not saying that this is going to become a normal part of my vlogging or anything along that line. I just wanted somewhere to be able to put this and have this where you guys could see it. And I thought it was really pretty powerful stuff. And I was really excited about what had happened there and really proud to be a part of it. And it made me feel really, really good. And it's taking my voiceover experience into a zone and knowledge capacity that I didn't even really make a previous connection with. Because writing it and then performing it can be the same thing, but I had been really keeping them fairly subserviently separated, and I never should have done that. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Be sure to check me out on the next episode that I'll have up, hopefully in another week or so, since I'm trying to up the amount of vlogs that I am doing. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. If you like what you saw, please feel free to subscribe to my channel and or leave a comment down below. You can also find me on Twitter @TheArtisanRogue and on Blogger www.theartisanrogue.com. Thanks again.